sun is up, and so were you. Grab your bricks, there's things to do.
Come on
down to the OKSEF Workshop.
Hey there, First Lego League Challenge. Welcome to the No Harm, No Foul replay season. This is Scott. I know a lot of you have been wondering how you can possibly run your season if we're all going to be socially distanced again. So I've asked some of my friends to join me and help share a few examples of how teams might put together their project presentation in the event that we're all apart and competing in remote events. Before we get started, I want to give everyone a little background. First is working on a platform that is called the Remote Event Hub, and teams will be required to upload videos to the hub. The Remote Event Hub is currently being programmed and isn't ready yet, but should be done when we run events later this year. In this video, we're going to demonstrate how teams can perform a project presentation from multiple locations. We're using Zoom to record the video, and we've checked the meeting settings to make sure Zoom will record video and not just audio. There is a button to enable video recording on your account settings, so you need to make sure that's pressed. It is expected that the coach will record the Zoom call as a host, and may be expected to hit a button or two for certain things. If someone's dropped out of the meeting and gets stuck in the waiting room, you might have to let them back in. With Zoom, a new file will be generated each time a recording is started and stopped with the stop button. You won't get multiple files if you simply press the pause button on the recording, but if you press stop, it'll generate multiple files, and you won't get those files until the call ends. So now everyone say howdy to First Tech Challenge Team 11354, the Midnight Ostrich Runners.
Hi, we're Team 11354, the Midnight Ostrich Runners, like he said. And today we'll be talking about how your teams can produce a socially distanced project presentation. During a Zoom coach training earlier this week, we found that coaches aren't completely sure how teams will present their project while socially distanced. So we did some figuring and decided that the best innovative solution would be to make a demonstration video showing you how it can be done. Our plan is to have this video reviewed by First and then released onto the YouTube app.
Some people have internet issues, and it's okay. If someone drops out, have someone else fill in for them, and if they don't get back, the coach can start over when they have an internet connection back.
Part of the reason of internet connection, you can try to get some students with each other in case they don't have internet or if they have bad connection, and that could be one way to help out one another. And another way is to let your family know that you're going to need to use the internet for your presentation. So you can tell them ahead of time, that way they won't use the internet without you knowing and have issues that way. And some students may not have any video, but audio. And on some of the students' devices may not even have a camera, so that is okay.
Alrighty, these videos are only one-shotted. They cannot be edited. So making sure your video feed is good before you start is important. Also, lighting might be a problem. So I had to move around, but I kind of have a glare, like if I turn too long. So turning 90 degrees helps with that.
Some coach tips that you need to remember are that coaches should not coach. You should let the kids do the talking during the presentation. Coaches should mute themselves. That way there's no possibility for them to butt into the presentation, and it's only the kids doing it. You should also have a sign showing that you're a coach, if possible, if you have video. That way the judges who watch know that you're a coach. And since the names don't pop up on recordings when you send them to the judges, you don't need to worry about renaming your window. And you need to be careful about your students talking over each other in the presentation. It makes it look very unprofessional and unclean. And the project presentation is only 5 minutes.
To help minimize other people talking over each other and background noises is making sure students, when they're not speaking or presenting, is muted, and also let their family know that there are that they're going to present. And also make sure there's also some things that are outside the kids' control, like dogs can bark, the baby can cry, and there can be the neighbors mowing their yard.
When you're presenting and you're making a poster, you can take a picture of your poster and put it as a background and have it customized and point to it when you're talking, or you can share your screen on your Zoom chat. That way it can be under the kids' control or the coach's control, or you can hold up a poster, but be careful for the glare because some posters have that glare on it. And don't hold up a poster with the customized background because the background will take over the poster. And pay attention to the letter size of your poster because this is too small, as you can see. But this is just right. And sometimes when you're holding up your poster, it may look mirrored to you, but to other people on the chat, it's just fine. But pay attention to the letter sizing.
So this year costumes might be a bit difficult. So what you can do instead is hold up a poster or like a piece of paper showing what your thing is for your theme. And like a few of my team members have like a bee, and we have Emily with the hat. You could also wear hats as well. I think Mama Moose is wearing one. Scott is holding up a sign too. And so that's what you can do. Oh, and like Taylor with her Santa Claus hat.
Also, remind your kids not to do anything that they won't do in person, like talking on the phone while presenting or texting too. Eating, drinking, because that can distract or it can take away from the presentation.
Thank you all so much for your time, and we hope that these tips and tricks help you with your project presentation. And with that, we hope that you have an amazing replay season.
For more tools to help you through this year's COVID Core Values Challenge, check out the First Game Changers Guide at firstinspires.org.
We learned some things, we had some fun, but bye-bye, y'all, because now we're done. Come on back to the OKSEF Workshop.
Y'all come back now, you hear?